Okay, so this video is sort of over a year-long period where before I moved in, there was the overgrown weeds and everything that was promised to be cleared, and then my saga of trying to get it cleared through VPS and keepmoat, and then, how they just cut the surface weeds, but, at least I could then get to dig up the weeds, but by the roots. It's been a long and annoying process. And, I'm still digging up the garden and the weeds, trying to sort it out. But, at least I'm using that sort of as part of an exercise regime. But, they could have at least cleared it properly if they did it. So I shouldn't have had to chase it up so much. But here it is. The process, though, you'll see that, my weight will fluctuate through the time. So, thanks for watching.
Hello, and this is a complaint about VPS, vacant property services in Birmingham, because they are fairly useless. That's a compliment to them, because they're less than useless, and they're meant to be doing the garden before I even moved into this place, and they're subcontracted through keepmoat, and keepmoat didn't turn up for the gas and all that, so perhaps keepmoat are fairly useless themselves, but VPS take the piss on an even further level, because either they won't turn up to their appointments, which happens most days, and then you get a call from the supervisor checking that they've actually turned up to the appointment, which they haven't, so then they get called, and then they eventually turn up a couple of hours later. And because it's the afternoon, they go, oh, this job's too big for us, so we'll do it tomorrow. They don't turn up tomorrow. They don't turn up next. They don't turn up ever again. And then you complain again. And then the whole process begins again. And you just have to wait in from the morning, and they don't turn up. And you keep getting the phone calls. If they actually turn up no. So I'm really pissed off with them on the phone. So I think that VPS might be losing their contract with keepmoat at the very least. But oh my god, they're fucking useless. And pictures of the severely overgrown garden with what looks like not woods, but there's not weeds in there, and the garden in the front that needs cutting, lots of it overgrown that it's still not doing, and it's just taking the piss how many times they either don't turn up, or they eventually turn up and, oh, we'll come tomorrow. Tomorrow comes. Well, where are you? I sat in all day. Fuck's sake. You just want me to sit in all day, every day, doing nothing? Do you not think I have other things to do? I mean, at least you need to go buy food and look for work and other things, and I don't know, there's stuff that I could be doing rather than just sitting in all day waiting for you. And waiting is the worst thing for me, because I will sit and wait and look at the door and where the fuck are you? And keep checking out the window. Well, where the fuck are you then? I mean, you were supposed to be turning up by now. Where the fuck are you? And, keep repeatedly looking. Are you still here? No? Where the fuck are you? I apologise for swearing. Just don't flag for adult content. It's just getting a bit heated about VPS, because they are taking the pee. And, yeah, I mean, Yorkshires have dick jokes. Is saying fuck worse than a dick joke? I don't know. It's taking the piss, really, by now. I mean, 5 months, 6 no-shows. 3 times they've turned up and been like, they've come up with some excuse. One, the first guy was, oh, it'll cost you. Oh, you'll have to pay extra money to do this. It's like, fuck, will it? This is better be done with the council. They've hired you to do it as a contractor. I'm not paying you any extra money to do this, no. And the second time, oh, we've been called away because the van needs repairing, apparently. This is bollocks to that. It said, oh, we've got a job in rugby, and yeah, to ignore the fact that we didn't turn up on Monday, and it's now Wednesday, and we were meant to be here in the morning as well, and we still didn't come up in the morning, but we turned up after your supervisor called us. That's good, the job didn't get done, and oh, it's now 1:20 in the afternoon. No, this job's too big for us. There's someone moving in on Friday in rugby that we've got to do this job for. Well, come tomorrow, which is Thursday, where they could have done the rugby job on Thursday. And it's 1:20, and yeah, we'll come around 2 PM, maybe later tomorrow, because that makes sense, because it's too much for you to do today, but you're going to come later tomorrow, and yeah, you got this job in rugby, which you've now got to drive to when you're already here, and they're not moving until Friday, and you were meant to do this before I moved in 5 months ago. Does that make sense? Fuck no. And I bet their garden is just a quick mow. Not all this severely overgrown weeds and trees growing out the side of the house like this place. So, yeah, I think you've got your priorities there right, Mr. Twatwanker Man. Just a bit. So, no, I mean, he didn't even knock at the door. Oh, well, I thought the other flat was flat one, the one that's upstairs, that no one lives in. Yeah, I mean, if you look on the actual door, you'll notice that says flat 2 and this says flat 1. And if you hadn't just gone straight into the back garden and shouted, hello, can you hear me? Because you hoped that no one would hear you, so you could go, oh, he wasn't in. Fuck you. Really? I mean, Jesus Christ. So, yeah, I reported that swap to the supervisor and hope that they get all fired, because they're all dickheads. Really, they're useless fucking dickheads. And he was looking for any excuse not to do it. As long as he was also complaining there about how hot it is today. I mean, hello, yes, it's hot, but I mean, you could have came on Monday when it wasn't hot. You're lucky that it wasn't on Tuesday when it was even hotter. And, yeah, Twat's walking around town. Just irritable because of the heat. So, yeah, this is taking the piss, and after sitting here every day for you not to turn up, or for you to turn up and not do the work and come up with some excuse not to do the work. I mean, how many more excuses under the sun are there? I mean, you've used the excuse that you're under the sun. That's the excuse in itself, but come on, just do the fucking garden. And if you'd came at 9 AM like you were meant to, you'd have had plenty of time to do the job. And you wouldn't have had to fuck off. So yeah, but I mean, So here's the tree growing out from the side of the house, knocking into that when it's windy. Million weeds that they knew about because it's listed on the form that they should have been clearing before even going to the property. Yet they didn't do the work. Signs of potential knotweeds, which they're going to need to dig up, but they're being complete dinguses about, and yeah, just a massively overgrown garden that they show up at, like I say, 130, 125, 120, whenever exactly it was. It's now much later now, it's like 8 PM. And yeah, apparently it take too long, but they're going to come later than that tomorrow. And I bet you they're not going to dispose of it properly or even show up tomorrow, because half the time when they claim they're going to show up, they don't. Okay, so obviously there's been various things that need to do, like the floor leaking water and various things. So I took the advantage to buy some things, right? So shovel for £4 and metal composite. Pretty good. Walking back from the DIY shop, obviously it's easier to carry it over your shoulder like that than doing that, especially when you've got a big thing of paints, which very heavy. There's an option of the red cedar or a really dark green, which wasn't ideal, but they're waterproof, and I use that on the flooring. It's a fence paint, so you know if they're rainproof, then they can stop the water that's seeping in through the bottom of the floorboards, making things damp. So plenty of that. £4.50, good thick layer of that should hopefully solve the problems. But walking across from home base to the train station and from the train station to home with things like that, you get some funny ass looks, don't you? Some people are looking at like, why are you carrying a spade? And it's like, well, how else do you want me to carry a spade? I mean, it's comfortable like that. Do you want me to carry it like that, like that? You know, it's heavier on your arm, and especially when you've got a heavy paint that you're going to swap out. It's just easier to carry it on your shoulder like that, and it's, you know, more relaxed, way easier. I don't know, you know, so you swap over the shoulders and swap over the paints. Anyway, put down the paint. There was also the spade, which a shovel obviously has the deep dish, whereas a spade's just a flat thing. Might be easier to dig with the spades, but it was £4.50 for a spade, and it had a wooden handle, not the composite metal handle, so I figured essentially it's the same thing because it's a square man shovel. You know, I'd get a good dig and better dirt moving capabilities with the shovel. So it just seems the more sensible option. Obviously, it's going to be harder to get it into the ground, maybe, I don't know. I should be able to work with it anyway, and 50p cheaper for something that doesn't have a wooden handle, because, I mean, I'm probably going to be using a lot of pressure on it, and I'll snap a wooden handle, I'm fairly sure, so to have a nice composite handle was ideal, and now I can dig up all of the weeds that VPS left, like taps, and hopefully start to make things a bit better around here, so yeah, I'm happy with the purchase. I mean, shouldn't have had to go on my way to make these purchases, but I mean, if I can damp proof that room and stop everything going mouldy, good thick layer of paint. I might consider going back for the green and painting the walls with the green as well, because then, you know, I'm not going to have shitty half-painted walls, and with a damp-proof timber block room entirely, you know, it's definitely not going to be seeping in the floors. The walls aren't going to get damp because they're going to be waterproof, so that might be the most sensible option, to just have the entire room painted with that. But, you know, obviously I had a handful with the spade and that, and the other shopping that I'd already gone to do at Tesco, so yeah, it wasn't ideal. But we got a spade and we'll dig up some weeds, so I started doing the garden. There's a lot of work in that. It's like many hours, a lot of hours, probably, I don't know, 20 hours digging because of all the weeds and shit that were there. Plus weed killer. I mean, it was reduced to £1.50 from £8 a pack, and what, 2 sachets, maybe 3, including on the pavement, because I mean, screw we need to the pavement, and the rusty salt that I put worked better than the weed killer. And yeah, that's not a gigantic tree. That is the adult form of the weeds. So I started ripping it down because, yeah, there's a million of them everywhere. I tried to dig them up. There's remnants on the other side because I'm dividing the garden half and half, to be fair. And this is my view of the garden, so this is to my side, and the fence to get in for the upstairs house on the other side. So I think that's nice and fair. So cultivating it. Potatoes, carrots, chanterelle carrots, some outdoor plants that I was starting to grow indoor that I don't know if they're going to take well to outdoors because of the fact that they're not looking so healthy. Maybe they'll pick up once they've got used to being rerouted. They probably didn't like being uprooted much, but that garden's so full of weeds and so full of shit that it's just taking a lot of work to dig it all up and rotivate it with the spade, or the shovel, as this is more commonly known, and then that weed tree. I mean, I took the weed killer under it and it still hasn't died, so let's see how we go. It'll get there eventually, but I mean, you know, it's starting to look nicer and making a path down the middle, but make it look nice and keep it separate, and then their side's just going to grow shitty with weeds if they don't do anything about it. So yeah. Okay, to help redo the garden because it's in a terrible state, we got a pack of seeds. Duncan, what? You'll just cast beans, but no, it's Thompson & Morgan seeds. So I got a lucky dip with some other things, and you only get 10 packs of seeds in the lucky dip, but I got 12. Yeah, I have already opened it and had a quick flick through just to check that everything was there. Right, so I ordered separately salad leaves, because they're pretty good. It's, what, 99p or something, 500 seeds, and it's really good value. You get a lot of lettuce and stuff out of it. Then we've got poppies, huge poppies. It's not what's shown on the picture on that one. Again, not what's shown on the picture, Deco Fruit Selenium, which is really weird. It's like pumpkins and various other fruits that somehow grow from the same seeds. I don't know how. And then we've got our Lucky Dip seeds. Now, I've got essentially 10 packs and 2 of these, so they've added, I guess, to each one. Coreopsis, Incredible Dwarf Mix, because they're the trial price ones. I guess they've decided that, you know, they'll add that to the things, so it's normally £10 for the 10 packs.
but I got it for £2 with a discount. I was also going to get a veg truck, which comes with £20 worth of seeds and 12 bushes, which were £1 each, but then that expired, and then to get this to work, it just took forever, so it's, I just gave up in the end, because I wanted to get the £60 worth of order to be able to justify it, but yeah, when the £12 worth of bushes, which I was going to get for the bushing, expired, and then everything's just really expensive, I was like, oh, stuff it, I couldn't find anything else, so then I think there's about £26.69. I did the maths because it's got the prices to them all on the back, obviously. And we got a large French marigold, massive one, 200 seeds, so way more than ever's going to be needed for the garden. Canary creepers, 15 seeds, so not a lot of them. Easy way to add height, chrysanthemums, so they may go around the edge just to make it look nice. 200 seeds. Ageratums. Again, bedding. And in this one, wildflowers, unusual rockery, Edelweiss. Then in our other side we have classic cottage garden favourites. Phlox, Moody Blues. Got another Coreopiosis. Got hedging sunflowers, dwarf yellow. 40 of them. They're apparently edible. Perennial sweet peas. 20 of them. Edible flower Californian poppies. So I don't know if it's the actual flower or the seeds that are edible. I mean, with poppies, sometimes they're edible, sometimes they're toxic. And it does say edible, but is it the flower itself or is it the seeds? And then calendulas, mixed, 150 seeds. So all in all, you probably get your money's worth for £10 because you're getting £26.69 or something. But no guarantees because it's a lucky dip. But you'll definitely get more than your money's worth. And for £2 for the whole thing, when you got a discount code, that is pretty good. So yeah, and obviously there's a veg selection as well, which you could do, which I think is a similar thing. 10 packs of veg for either £15 or 99p if you spend more than £15. It might be £10 to spend more than £15 and it's 99p, but you can only get one. So I went for flowers because I have a lot of veg stuff already needing to be grown. I need some flowers to make the place look nice. So yeah, thanks for watching. Goodbye. Okay, so since recording that, the garden people did actually come the next day, but that's probably only because I complained about it again, because all the previous times when they'd come, oh yeah, we'll come tomorrow, didn't come, oh, we'll come later that week, they didn't come, and all the other excuses they came up with not to do the garden, so I was a bit sick of it, so I was like, and again, they showed up to go apparently do another job when, this job we've been given, that we've already driven all the way out here to come talk to you, rather than call you on the phone, because obviously they want the call-out fee and pay them for 2 staff, and all the other things, and then they're just going to drive off to another job, which they probably did exactly the same bullshit with. And then they're like, oh, too fucking hot, and so it's just going to be the same heat tomorrow. This was back in summer when it was very, very hot. And they could have just called up and cancelled and, rearranged the date rather than show up so they get their call-out fee from the council, because obviously they're council contractors. And keepmoat and VPS keep doing this. So it's not just this. There was the gas where to turn it on the first time it took them 7 visits to get everything sorted, and then it's still in annual for the whole year, not due till next year, and then they've come for the annual gas safety tests, even though it's still already in annual, and they came 4 visits for that, so I bet they get call-out fees for that as well, and it's like, what the fuck, man? That's where all the council expenditure's going on stuff like this, so don't cut benefits to claimants that are looking for work and need 30 hours to get enough hours to pay the bills. Blame these contractors that turn up and then don't do the work. I mean, with the damp as well. They've visually inspected the damp 4 times, and then when I've been, every time they've said, yes, we'll get someone out to do the work, and then the next thing is just another visual inspection.
and another visual inspection when there was due another visual inspection the next day. And that wasn't even planned. So there's 2 visual inspections again, and another one that they just didn't show up for. I was like, well, if you're going to come and do yet another visual inspection, could you at least bring a damp sensor this time, so you can measure the damp in the flooring? But no, they didn't turn up, because, hey, you know, they just want to turn up with a thing for the call-out fees that they pay the person in the van and the person in the house. So 2 people getting paid call-out fees from taxes, just for the sake of doing no work, because that's how government contractors seem to work. They seem to eke out as much money as they can without actually doing any work. So yeah, I mean, at least they repaired the lighting, and dodgy sockets still being a bit dodgy. I don't know how it's pushing the plugs out, so it's a bit of that. But yeah, we got the garden done eventually. And then, well, you know, to a degree, they left all the weeds and shit in the ground, so they just cut it to ground level and cut down the tree a bit, sort of, and then the tree's some sort of super weed because it was already grown the same weed in it that is potentially not weeds, but I'm not sure. But it's very voracious, and it's been grown back very, very strongly from a rooted down tree. Obviously, it's not a thick tree, it's thin tree, but still, you know, it's very, very voracious and needs cutting. And I'm just thinking, well, you know, how are these government contractors getting away with this? And for example, things you get sent on with the job centre as well, where you go to a class where you supposedly get a basic health and safety certificate, you know, food hygiene certificate, and I already had an intermediate one, but that's expired because 2 years. So, you know, I thought, yeah, I'll go on this course. I signed myself onto it, and it was dragged out over 5 days, and you did basically piss all the entire week, and you're stuck in there doing nothing. Just they take huge gaps and huge doing nothing rather than teach you when it could all be condensed into one day. And then you don't even get your food hygiene certificate, and then they keep phoning you back trying to come in for another class, come in for more shit. And it's like, no, I'd rather be looking for work and hope to get a job in enough hours rather than sitting there bullshit and losing all my life doing fuck all when you're not even going to give me the certificate and not even do anything properly. So yeah, I'm ranting on long enough about this. So on to the next segment where you can see what I've been doing with the garden. Obviously there's insulation between, so you know, time. This is not December and everything else recorded in summer, but life. Used to partially painted room and awkward angle for filming. But I decided in the end, because there was a new offer that had a whole load of flowers for really, really cheap, so I could do the garden a bit. It's not bushes, but they're perennials, and you know, flowers are going to be nice and bushes. I did end up getting a veg truck. I was expecting it to not be some sort of folded thing, if you can hear me over rustling open in the back. Because they've double layered the end, it's sort of really awkward. Folded the bag open so it wouldn't rip. There should be more than just the vegetables. I guess the seeds must be inside it. That's what the veg truck looks like. And it comes with £20 worth of free seeds, veg seeds randomly, and also I ordered some other seeds on top. How do we open it without making a big mess? Instructions on how to build this.
Obviously, I'm not going to build the veg truck now. I was just checking because that fell onto my keyboard. Order. Number blah 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 blah. No addresses or anything. Paper clips, as well as being sealed, which is weird. Paper clips and envelopes. I was like, what? Right, so there are a few that I ordered myself. We will separate them as cans go pop from ribbons. The temperature difference. Morning Glory Milky Way. I think that was 99p for some seeds, if not cheaper. Pomodoro tomato. I don't really eat tomatoes, but big tomato, I'll give that to someone. 99p. We have cosmic carrots, which are purple, even though the picture isn't. So, might be interesting. Purple carrots. Salad leaves, oriental, they're all really good. And then speedy salad as well. Pretty good. You get a load for the price, so red salads, I'll not try that one to first try it, you know. Trying to be a bit healthier, despite my colour, and then our £20 worth of random variety. Small seeds, right, so what did we get in our random? We got beetroot, Boldor, worth £2. Brussels sprouts, worth £2.29. Just a regular tomato, worth £2.29. Rosella, maybe they're a different kind of, because they're strange colour. Cabbage, again, yeah. £1.99. Tomato, Chirola. Oops. So cherry tomatoes, £2.99. I'll give that to my mum or something. Half of these are probably going to go to my mum. Lettuce Ultimate Mix, £2.89. Goes in something I might eat. Squash Sunshine Hybrids. I don't know about squash, but I like, which worth £2.99. Butternut squash, so, you know, regular squash might be alright. Sweet corn lark hybrids, worth an unknown price. There's no price on it. The sweet corn, if people like sweet corn. And we have fennel, again, no price. And carrots, Adelaides. So, you know, a lot of averagey sorts of veg. And so, what was our total? To £4.30, £6.60, £8.60, £11.60, £14.60, and then I guess these three, so 3, 6, 2, 4, 6, yeah, it's about, they must be about £2 each to make it up to 20, or you know, they're just generic. We'll just chip them in because they don't have price. They're and the veg, which was £3, so you know, these can be just a few pounds, really. So yeah, that was our variety. A whole lot. But you know, if the truck's £25 and you're getting £20 worth of free veg seeds, it's not bad. And I suppose it's going to be quite big by the looks of it. And then a whole load of flowers, which I'm not going to show you, which I'm going to try and put in the front garden, like 300 odd plugs of flowers or something, because I have to get it at about 60 quid, so you know, it's a fair reasonable deal. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.